To match my hair.
Good coloring, whoever did it.
Thank you.
Melissa has all the time. Her stylist, after she leaves, the women will go, I want that color.
Yep.
and then
She has
they
a good
say,
cut,
that is genetics.
Exactly.
That's her.
Sorry, you can't have that.
That's right. Okay, feel that?
Mhm.
And here is another woman problem, because you have so much frontal lobe compared to guys. You have the slope, okay, so it may be hard.
Wear a cap?
Cap.
Yeah,
Ball
I
cap.
have a cap.
Especially if it's a solid one, that can be a little tighter, but it's only half a pound, and so it's not. When I got somebody with 3 pounds, it's a lot harder.
Oh yeah. Can you see a difference in my posture with this on?
Uh-huh.
I feel more level.
Yeah.
Yeah, balance it out.
And like I said, this is doing the opposite because it's operating the involuntary system, involuntary nervous, involuntary muscle. And so it's activating the muscles in the back that are stabilizers, and they are tightening down. They are anti-flexors, opposing, that your head rolling off. And so here's your head, and here's those muscles, and they are shortening and tightening, and that's what's making it work. And it's off the charts. My partner in Michigan and I were talking one time because he was worried that all the guys who are Pettibon, whoever went to study neurology, quit Pettibon and just did neurology. And I said, that's just because they're pansies, they don't want to work. It's hard, right? And he said, well, I'm just worried that, you might wind up scooting away. And I was about half to 3/4 of the way done, and I said, hey, have you seen anything that's kind of rocked your world and you want to move on? I said, no. I now am firm that we are it, that the weighting system reigns supreme, that they can't do that. We can do what they can't do what we do. And I said, it's the foundation. Get your head over the center of your body, get the symmetry throughout the system, and you're optimally driving your brain with gravity. And he goes, because I said, hey, I'm not going anywhere. This stuff is the ultimate.
Now we need to bring more people into the Pettibon system.
Yes, yeah. Because once you go to the Pettibon system, it's actually just a little bit of a leap to go neurology. Because for me, and that's how I teach it, it is functional neurology, right? I'm using afferent-based, getting the system to adapt rather than trying to beat it up. And so I always think in reverse. And so you get to functional neurology, and that's what you're thinking. And yeah, I already live here.
Right.
Yeah.
As marketing and sales, I think who would benefit? Who are your target people? People that are already trained, or people that are about to go into school, or both?
Of the doctors?
Yeah, who do you get to come and do it?
I teach the kids, but they know so much. They haven't had the world beat so much out of them yet.
But meanwhile, they're beating the world out of everybody else.
Yes, and it's assault and battery, every day. But the guys, I'm looking for the guys who are looking for stuff that's really going to be helpful. The guys who are going to all the management groups, who want to see a lot of patients. I'd love to see a lot of patients. I love thinking faster. Man, I have a much better day when things were moving. But when they're totally focused on that, they're not interested in the results of the patient. And I'm looking for the ones that want to really make a difference, and who aren't religiously tied to another group. And so many of the other groups have little pieces of understanding. I'm totally with that. I mean, I'm the first one to step forward. Yeah, that's right. But they have to be open-minded enough, and they're looking for something that that will truly make a difference. And that's why I was quitting chiropractic when I found this. Was I knew I was actually making people worse, and you know, as a regular chiropractor and that, and so here we are 20, 26, 28 years later.
Yeah.
And this is what I've been able to find, and I'm still trying to find more. So.
To me, I can't understand that you're not a chiropractor because I'm so well adjusted now, mentally and physically.
Yeah. And there's we tend to move away from the chiropractic thing in verbally, you know, and there's a reason. You know, we have feelings. We get beat. We get the crap knocked out of us. And in fact, one of my friends, he calls it the second O syndrome. You know, they say, well, "What do you do?" "I'm a doctor." "What kind of doctor?" "A chiropractor." "Oh." It's the second
woo
O.
woo jab.
Boom, yeah, you know, and you know what's in their head. You know, oh, that's not a real doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Say, well, okay. Thanks, but I'll move on. So we get caught up in that, and so we try to get away from that a little bit. But at the end of the day, I'm still a chiropractor, and you see, but the adjusting I do, you know, the foundation, the Pettibon model. He brought in the adjusting technique is a DO system, and so even that's a little away from chiropractic. But then there's a lot of other stuff that over the years I've added in the toolbox. So how does that feel?
It feels good, and I'm having a sensory, like I see a little white light over here occasionally, almost like a floater, except for it's luminous.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it is. That's the first time I've ever had that. And I'm thinking maybe I'm just reflecting off of the backlighting, so that could be.
Yeah.
But that was kind of a cool experience.
Very good.
What about working on the computer, head tilt, phone? What are rules?
Up to 20 minutes with this, but as soon as you hit fatigue, you're out. A very subtle way that I do with some of my scoliosis cases is to put a pulse ox on.
Oh, is that where it goes around your neck and it pulsates when you?
Nope.